Hello thrill seekers, and welcome back. Today we're in the shed. We've got a Henry HVC. We're going to do a strip and rebuild. I bought this on eBay a few months ago. It's a mid-80s, I think about 1985. It's a little bit battered up, but should clean up quite nicely hopefully. So let's just have a first look at him. So the actual machine is complete. Ratings plate, bucket, non-outline dies. The wheels are quite worn. It's probably had a hard life. Cable's original. It's pretty scuffed up. Non-sleeve Pencon Volex plug. The fuse cover's broken though. Sort that out. I did get the hose with it. Proper 80s type hose. Moulded on cuff. The date stamp says 1985. Fortunately it's a little bit misshapen. The bent end when I got it was stuffed down the hose, so it's just misshapen it. The rods my dad actually had in his van, so I just stole them off him basically. That was quite lucky. They're the earlier type with the little squares inside. I don't have a floor head for it. I think it should have a red one. I don't have a spare one, but I bought a pattern part which I'll probably spray up red for it. It's the correct type though with the single pedal. Let's have a quick look inside before we strip. Pretty dusty, been used bagless. Bottom of the motor looks okay though. Filtrex filter, it's the correct one with the white stitching. And yeah, it has been used bagless. I've already emptied it, so it doesn't have too much crap in there. Oh, I suppose we should start by cleaning this off. I'll stick that in the washer a bit later, and we'll clean the bucket a bit later as well, so let's get that out of the way. Okay, we should probably just run this quick before we strip it, thinking about it. I've got a power meter here. It's going to tell me how much power it's pulling. Okay. bearings need changing. Pulling about 860 watts. So let's get this on the bench now, get rid of this again. Okay, let's start stripping this down. The bands are special today, we have to be a little bit careful with these, they can be a bit vicious. Got a screw file, keep all the screws safe. This one's not quite complete yet, I've never used it. Filter case, I think that's seen better days. Take the switch panel out. Oops. Oh, I've popped it. Yeah, the suppressor's gone. Surprise, surprise. It's a bit crispy. We'll take that out in a bit. Take the top off. Drill doesn't, the impact doesn't quite fit down here, so I'll do these by hand. These in here. Oops, a bit fatter than I thought they'd be. Yep, that is, get on out of here, ruined. Put the motor case down here. Commutator doesn't look too bad. Just run it again and have a look. Try not to blow myself up. Yeah, there's not any excessive arcing or anything, so it's fairly healthy. Just needs a bit of a clean. Cable out, suppressor out. The end of the cable doesn't have crimps on. It's original. Maybe it's been shortened a little bit. I haven't measured it yet. I think they should be about 8.4 meters. Take the cable grip out. Okay, there's the cable. Let's snip the suppressor. Just snip it here. Just bend it out actually. Quite tricky to get the wire cutters in there. There we go. That's one. Resistor out. There we go. Could have been a brain surgeon, me. Specialise in lobotomies. motor out. I'll pop these two screws back. These don't go on my card file, I just put these back in place. The thermal cut out, I'm just going to pull that to the side. The cables for the motor, I'm just going to disconnect. This one goes to the switch. It's a bit tricky. I don't want to damage anything. Is that fine? Still connected to that, let's take it off. Okay, just that. There we go, leave everything in place for now. It's the motor. Go, and the date is 5th of August 1985. The motor is surprisingly clean in terms of rust. It's a bit mucky, but it should clean up nice. I think we need to strip. Okay, let's strip the motor down, change those bad bearings. I'm going to pull the brushes out first. See how bad these are. Oops. Okay, got out. Okay. Decent amount on them. That'll be alright. That's the back one. They're pretty tight. It's a bit shorter. Not much. It should be alright. I'm not really going to use this regularly at all. Let's take the top off. That's the front of the motor like that. These are 8mm. I should have really got a ratchet out for this. cage off. Oops. It's a little protector over there. There's a rubber seal. Shot. Bearings shouldn't spin quite that freely. When they're new, they'll have quite a bit of resistance actually. So that's probably quite worn. I can feel the play in it. It's that bottom bearing which is really going to go. You can hear how raunchy it is. Right, let's get that out. Can I remember if these... Oops. There's the spring as well. I can't remember what way the thread goes. Okay. 13mm socket. I'm going to try and support the back of the motor just to put turn in. I know how well this is going to work. Oh, actually, you can probably pull the coil out now as well. Let's get that out of the way. Keep that in the correct orientation. Yeah. I've dubbed the front of the motor the part with the serial plate on it. Okay, so I can get my hand around the armature to stop it turning. Ratchet on this. There we go. Quite easily. Still nicely galvanised. I'm going to tamp it with the back of my... I want to pop this on the back of my screwdriver. There we go. That's loose. And what I like to do is I get a screwdriver and I pass it through to stop everything coming apart too much. Oh, it's got caught. Let's just tamp it again. Okay. I have taken the motor apart before and it got a bit out of place. Everything in the fan case. Go. So that's now holding all the fans and the washers in the correct place. Put that down there. Here we go, so we've got another, feels a very fibrous washer. There's a little spacer. Yeah, that feels terrible, that does. That's horrible. The top one would probably go again, although it is a bit worn. It's got a bit of rust around it, so it might have got damp at some point. See if we can pull them. Okay, I'm going to use the vise for this. I'll try and protect the motor. Just an old T-tail, probably one of my mum's favourites. Got this cheap bearing puller. It's quite a beefy one actually. Yeah, it doesn't quite want to go under. Got this homemade one. This one might slot under. I don't know. No. What pain? Let's try this one. See if it will just grab it enough. I think it might do. I should have a spacer for this. Somewhere it's down here. It's going to be a bit awkward. This is a hardened bolt. It's a stud. The top of the... I don't know whether this is going to work. Yeah, it's not. Right, okay. The top of the bearing puller has a dimple in it, and I don't really want the dimple to mark it, but... Okay. Let's give it a go. Start pulling that. Clamp that. It's coming. Quite easily. Okay. And get the stud. There's a washer under this as well. It's a bit of a balancing act. Oops. Let's try again. There we go. There's the bearing and a protecting washer at the bottom. These are 69Zs. The Z means they just have a metal dust cover. The 2RSs you get on the HVRs, or at least the later ones, like 90s, more 90s ones. The 2RS means they've got 2 rubber seals and they keep the dirt out better than these ones. I think this is an NSK as well. Yeah, NSK. The bottom bearing should be the same. Let's give that a go. It's going to be a bit more awkward. Put the nut back in the top. It will help give us a bit of guidance. There we go. That is nasty. Okay. There's a fixed washer. Oh, there is a loose washer. There's a very small washer there. Right over here. The com's not too bad. It's slightly scored. I'm going to clean it with some 120. You can pop these in a drill and just spin them and run the emery paper up against them. I'm just going to give it a very quick once over. This is not too bad. There's a little bit of uneven wear near the top. It's not quite, quite flat. We didn't have any arcing when we bench tested it, so it should all be good. Okay, so we have air. Turn that off. Just going to have a very quick vacuum up because there's a lot of dust everywhere. Got my mum's favourite toothbrush. This, I should really be doing this outside, really, but just use the toothbrush to agitate this muck up. Sort of stuck in between the copper wires. Another blast. It's a bit better. That'll do for now. Crank the pressure up. That's better. It's much better. A bit more pressure on it. Yeah, I think that might be a job for outside. Ooh. Yeah, I'll finish them off outside, but you get the idea. Okay, so I've got some new bearings. These are SFKs, 6292Z. They are, I don't know if you can tell, but I spin them, they turn quite freely, but they don't keep spinning. It's packed full of grease. I've got to remember to put this little washer on. Let's do this one first. Check thread, yep. Oops. Okay. I want it like this. There's a couple of ways you can do that. I don't think my vise will open out enough. You can put a tube on the end. This is a Kirby pulley. You only want to hit the end of the centre of the bearing. You do not want to hit the outers because it will dislodge all the balls. So this pulley will slip over. Right, the end of my vise has a little plate on it. So I'm going to try and start it off. It doesn't normally work too well. I've got a couple of hammers. That's not too bad. A couple of taps. Pulley's full of dust, that's not good. Yeah, you can see that's starting to go. A few more taps. But ultimately the pulley is not going to be able to push it on all the way. So the other way to do this is wind the vise up enough. Unfortunately the jaws on mine a little bit damaged. Be about that, and tap it from the end. Oops. Watch everything fall off my desk. I am using copper headed hammers, so these will not damage the armature. It's very close now. Probably notice a change in pitch when you bottom out. Like that. Okay. To this bearing, I don't know if I can show you on the others. And you can hear how bad they are. This one, silence. That's what we like. Let's do the other end. Another bearing. Just going to go straight onto the flat plate. It's going to be a little bit awkward, these ones on the end. I'm going to put the washer on to protect the thread, the nut. Where's that pulley? Oops. I think this is quite straight. I think my shed's level. Okay, let's try this. Hold up, didn't put the washer on. Let's just pull that back. I'm getting ahead of myself now. It's easily done. Pull that back. To put this washer in. Ooh, that's filthy. Let's wipe that off. Right, I need a bit more wipe. It's a little bit misshapen from when we're pulling it, but it should be fine. There and back. Okay. Take two. Put that on there. This bearing should sit fairly flush with the end of the armature. That's it. Oops. Let's try it this way. That's better. That's more like it. That's it. That is all bearinged up now. Lovely. Okay, so now the Henry is all stripped down into parts, we just have to clean everything up. I'm not quite sure how much of that I'm going to film yet, because it's a bit boring sometimes to watch, but we'll see. Thank you for watching.